Good evening, listeners, and welcome back to another chapter of Creeper Confidential. Tonight's guest is unlike any we've ever had sit in the studio. Not a predator, not a killer, not someone who lurks behind charm or manipulation. No, tonight we're speaking with something eerie, elusive, and undeniably otherworldly, something that flutters at the edges of your vision and appears at the bridges of your imagination. This being has watched humanity for decades, perhaps even centuries, from shadows, skies, and forgotten ruins. It has been blamed for tragedies, misunderstood in every sighting, and immortalized in photographs so blurry that even the most patient human can't decide what they saw. Tonight we've done the improbable. We've invited Mothman to speak for themselves, and surprisingly, they agreed. For educational purposes and maybe a little insight into fear itself, we offer you a rare, unfiltered conversation with a creature who has witnessed our world in ways most of us can't imagine. So breathe, listen closely, and remember, what you're about to hear isn't a warning, but a perspective. A perspective from someone who we've all heard about at least once. Thank you for being here. Before we begin, I'd like to ask a few personal questions about who you are, how you think, and why you chose to speak to us tonight. Whenever you're ready, in your own words, tell us who you are.
You think you've seen me? Fleeting shadows, red eyes glinting in the dark. But the truth is, you never have. I am the questions you ask at midnight. The whisper in the trees, the flicker of lights over a bridge. I exist in patterns and stories and fear. I don't appear to frighten, I appear because, well, it's all I have. Mystery is my currency, and I intend to keep it. You want to know who I am? Fine, but don't expect clarity. Only fragments, only whispers. Only glimpses of what you cannot hold. I glide through the night, no one knows my name. Red eyes like fire, I fan the flame. Bridges and rivers, the patterns repeat. A flicker, a shadow, gone in a beat. Stories and legends, they call me a curse, but I'm just a ghost in the world of the worst. I tease, I dodge, I haunt, I hide. At a cryptid, a whisper, a wink at your pride. A Mothman, a legend all across the land. A Mothman, a story you'll pass down through the fan. A Mothman, with eyes of crimson, I see it all. A Mothman, and damn, you'll never catch my call. A Mothman, a shadow in your dreams. A Mothman, more than your camera sees. A Mothman, a riddle you can't understand. A Mothman, the untouchable Mothman. I slip past the seekers, I vanish in light. A myth, a warning, a flash in the night. Patterns and panic, stories they spin. They try to track me, but I always win. I perch on the bridges where humans stare. Red eyes like lanterns, a thrill in the air. I flirt with the legend, I thrive on the lore. Every whisper of me leaves them wanting more. A Mothman, a legend all across the land. A Mothman, a story you'll pass down through the fan. A Mothman, with eyes of crimson, I see it all. A Mothman, and damn, you'll never catch my call. A Mothman, a shadow in your dreams. A Mothman, more than your camera sees. A Mothman, a riddle you can't understand. A Mothman, the untouchable Mothman. They say I foretell doom, disasters, despair, but I'm just a mirror of what's already there. I glide through the dark, I flicker, I tease. I live in your questions, your nervous unease. Catch me? You can't know me, you don't. I survive only as legend, and that is the truth I flaunt. I watch from the shadows, I dance in your fright. A legend alive in the dead of the night. I've never been caught, I've never been tamed. I'm Mothman, remember the name. I slip past the lights, I vanish, I tease. A myth you can't capture, a riddle with ease. I'm older than stories, I'm sharper than fear. The
watcher, the whisper, the one always near. So when you see the lights over a lonely span, or glimpse red eyes where no eyes should stand, remember me, the watcher, the sly, the unseen, the creature that lives between your nightmares and dreams. A Mothman, a legend all across the land. A Mothman, a story you'll pass down through the fans. A Mothman, with eyes of crimson, I see it all. A Mothman, damn, you'll never catch my call. A Mothman, a shadow in your dreams. A Mothman, more than your camera sees. A Mothman, a riddle you can't understand. A Mothman, the untouchable Mothman.
Wow, I didn't think a creature we've mythologized for decades could feel so human, or so witty, or so self-aware. Listeners, whether you found this charming, unsettling, or just plain odd, I hope it made you reconsider the stories you've been told. Mothman isn't a harbinger of doom, not a villain in the night. Just a watcher of bridges, a guardian of shadows, and a creature whose patience far exceeds our understanding. To our guest, thank you for stepping into the light long enough to share your perspective. Your honesty, humor, and awkward charm remind us that legends are more than what we make of them. This has been Creeper Confidential. Tune in next time, if you dare.